Hello, I'm Julia Cordova. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. So today I'm just going to do a quick chart review, but in the context of that, I'm going to say some things that I learned in a quick conversation with Uncle Rico that I had a couple of days ago, and I hope I'm going to get things right. It was a very interesting conversation. I'm going to try my best to relay what he said, but there was nothing actionable about it. Nothing he hasn't talked about before that you've heard on the other two videos. It was just interesting. So I will try to say what I think that he said to me, and hopefully I get it right. And also I wanted to say this is the very cheapest time to sign up for TradingView. So if you've been thinking about doing your own charts and just investigating whether or not you're a chartist or following along with my charts or somebody else's or whatever. I mean, the way that I learned was I reverse engineered other people's charts. And TradingView is really great because you can actually literally clone other people's charts and make them your own and then move things around. So I love that. Now, if you sign, you can go directly to their website, of course, to sign up, because like I said, there's a discount until the end of Monday, Cyber Monday, which I think is the 30th of the month. I'm not sure. The end of Monday, whatever Monday after this video. And anyway, but if you go and you use the link in my description, it doesn't cost any more. You get the same exact deal, and they give me a cut. What? So it's just like a way to do something nice for me. If you think I've been helpful to you, please use that link to sign up instead of going to their site directly. Don't go to their site directly first, or else they don't give me any credit. Okay, anyway, and thank you for the 13 people who signed up. It's really nice of you. I took Mom to brunch with that, so today. So thank you. Okay, that said, let's do charts. All right. Whoop. Okay. So first, let's look at ES or SPX Futures Weekly. Oh boy. So I had pointed out some potential, or actually it's divergence last week. And, you know, who knows though, there are these peaks that happen. Price can still go up here and completely erase what I believe to be divergence. The reason I was comfortable or thought to put it on there was because we did have a little whoop ticks. However, I mean, I see the same thing happened here, right? Where we had a thing and then we had the same kind of whoop here, and then it kept going up. So divergence alone is not enough to trade off of course. It's just one data point in accordance or with everything else. So what did I talk about with Uncle Rico this time? So you know, a lot of people were saying, there's a crash coming, and he's like, no, there already was a crash. What are you talking about? This is a crash that was, I mean, I don't know, I did not do the math, but he was like, you know, this was even, you know, more so than in 1929. And he was like, we were already in a depression, and we came out of a depression. And I was like, what? Like, I mean, not to be a jerk, like, right? But I'm like, I didn't feel like we were in a depression. Did you guys feel like we were in a depression? I didn't. And he goes, well, it's a very brief one. And I was like, well, how do you define depression? Like, because, I mean, I don't know. From growing up and hearing about the Great Depression, and my dad was an older guy when I was born, and he actually lived through it. So, you know, he knew about these things. And, you know, I heard some stories. So anyway, you know, from him as a kid. But anyway, I was expecting any kind of depression that we were in to like affect me greatly. I thought that maybe we'd all be in poverty, and he just said it was a really quick one, right? It's just quick in and out. And then when I asked him what defined a depression, though, he talked about GDP. I don't remember what he said. Sorry, didn't really care about the details. But anyway, he talked about GDP was below some threshold, and that for him was a literal depression, and we came out of it right away. Now, he said that the people that are in the Fed have all gone to the same schools. They all have the same beliefs, and that is that the last time that we were in a depression, the reason we stayed in it for longer was because that the Fed did not inject enough fast enough, and then this time they put an IV right into the neck and like in it. I don't know if that's the right drug terms because I'm not a druggie, but you know what I mean? Like they just really injected us very quickly. So then I said to him, I don't mean to be a math nut, but, and I don't think this chart goes back enough, it doesn't. But basically I said to him, so if I took the volume from the Great Depression before, and because we were in it longer, maybe it wasn't as deep, but we were in it longer than we were this time when we were in a, I mean, it was big, right? But we came right out of it, like, pachoo, pachoo. Like the day I bought the dip, it was like, pachoo, poo. Like it didn't look back at all, ever. Anyway, I said to him, I said, you know, the reason that I'm so stubborn about another, not crash, I've never said that, right? But another something coming is really because the volume for me wasn't equal, right? So instead of one big U-shaped, you know, thing, and the V shape plus another little V shape or another little U shape or another little cup shape, and I don't think this is it. I don't think so. I don't think so. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I was saying to him, so can we take the math there and try to form the volume? I said, am I wrong for searching for some kind of logic that way? And he's like, yeah, you are. But you know what? He and I don't agree on everything. I don't know. I mean, anyway, he's often said that a dip would be a healthy thing, something to scare out some people and make everything move forward. But he's very bullish for 2021. Well, I hope I got that right. If I didn't, sorry. I think I did. All right, anyway, this is weekly. And for next week, I'm watching 36.98, which is approximately 3,700 or so as the top. It's still not, it hit this one exactly. I put this marker a little off, but it hit this line exactly before, and it still hasn't, come closer. Will it come closest? I don't know. And for now, I don't know whether or not this will be another version of this or not. I literally just don't know. So we'll have to see what happens. This is the daily chart. So I had added this line last week. This week, Jada, no. Sorry, I don't mean to yell. Jada, I made it pink and I added a star because it kind of snogged it this short holiday week. It broke the F over it and then was like, nuh-uh. And I thought, oh, false breakdown. And then Friday, that little half day there, we still ended above it. So right now, it's still, to me, I mean, it's also got some divergence. See the right here versus right here, but I don't know. I don't really know. So I'm not playing ES right now. But if I were, I'd want to short it under 36.30, or I'd want to short it from 36.78.50 or 36.79, whatever. But actually, truly, if it does go to here, I hope it consolidates more so that it really, but maybe this was enough. I don't know. But it's the same thing as way back when it gets above a level I'm uncomfortable with, and I probably should be bullish, but instead I would look to short under here or here. It's just the kind of thing where I'm just going to say, you know what? This is, I don't want to be a party pooper or whatever. I think I'm going to just be wrong, so I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet about the markets, and I'll just talk about my commodities, and I'll just play my commodities, and I will just look for a good setup, and if I find one, I will tell you. But it's the same thing where I was quiet for a long time before, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, who's that UVixie guy that I like so much, Michael Listman? I will invite him on, unless of course, we see some action this week. But anyway, otherwise I'll start being quiet about the market because I'll be wrong. So I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to lead anybody astray. Oh, okay. This is Nasdaq Futures, and I drew in a triangle here because there's a triangle in almost every NQ equity that I looked at and analyzed. There's one in Tesla. There was one in Tesla. There's one in Apple. And if I drew it in here, it looks like we broke out and then fake breakout and then broke out again a little bit lower. I don't know. So let me see. I just have this in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. If actually, it's because they keep erasing this line. This is why I'm moving to TradingView. They keep erasing this line. Hold on. I don't like it. I don't know why investing does that. Am I right here? Yeah, that's why it was in the middle of nowhere, because it's supposed to be there. Anyway, I do want a back test of this. However, it's very possible that it continues up, in which case I probably will not go long until I see a back test of sorts. I will just wait. And right now I have, and I'll show you on the daily. So right now it's above this breakout. I have a very small short position because I wanted it to close below this last, not the last high, but the high before, because I just wanted it to, I wanted it to do something beautiful, right? See how it reached a high and then a lower high, and I thought it would be a high and then maybe a lower high here. I wanted it to do something beautiful like that, but the truth is there is nothing bearish about this chart at this time. So because it's still a lower high than before, I was comfortable keeping on a small short, but I'm going to have to wait now until I see an hourly setup or until it's below, on Sunday night, Monday, 12,108. It was lower on Friday, and I really wanted it to get back in there so it could be a false breakout, and it still can. It can still be a false breakout here, but I mean, it is dangerous to short it here, because if it closes above this line again, which is about 12,250 or so, it's got space. It's got lots of space. It's got infinite space to go up, right? Like way up, way up, way up. So I'm just, I'm waiting to add until I see some kind of confirmation. I was trying to manage it before and scaling in and out. I was hoping that this lightning bolt would do something like this, but alas, the little holiday week we had did not help, and who knows. So I'm just waiting at this point. And I was very lucky to have, I was lucky to have some, an oil long and a natty long, and also a coffee long to help me through my NQ bias, but we'll have to see. So this is the Tesla chart, and I pulled it up because before I was looking super smart, right? Because I had said to the person I did the chart for to take some partial profit there. And then on Monday, it broke back over this line and then just took off. Now, I didn't do the exact measured move here. It would probably be from here to the top of this triangle. I'll do it right now. Why not? I don't know how to do it. See, but this is why, who has great tools for this? TradingView. Price range. So here to the top of this, which would be about here or so, and then oops, how do I move it? There we go. Okay, now I think it would be from where the day it broke out. So the measured move of this would be approximately 650 or so, right? Right, 653. So it may go up there. I do not know. That is the measured move, 653. However, if it does come back down, I would look to short it either at 650 if it goes directly there. I mean, this candle from Friday looks a little iffy, right? But do we trust candles alone? Nope, sure don't. It also has some divergence here, you can see, right? Higher price, lower RSI. But I would look to, if I were looking to short it and not long it already, or momentum trading it. I don't know how to do that. So anyway, I would look to short it around 650, or I would look to see what happens when it gets back to the support. I don't know how fast it would get there. It left some gaps on the way up. Let me get rid of that. So it left a gap between the last 2 trading days, and it left a gap here. See how the day that closed, I think this was Friday, yeah. So it closed down here, right? When a red candle happens, the bottom of the red candle is where it closed. So it closed way down 488 and then opened way up at about 503 or so. So there's a gap here, and there's, I don't know if that's a little gap or not. I honestly don't know. I don't care. And then there's a little gap here. So there's some cheese holes here. But look at this. I mean, there's gaps all over the place. They don't need to be filled right away. And there's gaps way the heck down here too. I mean, look at this. There's gaps way down here. I don't know. I'd have to do a gap analysis. But anyway, so that's what I would do. I would look to short around 650 or so, or see how it behaves at 521. Maybe it's a good long opportunity there. I don't know. But if it got below 521, I would look to short it. So at 650 or below 521 or so. Okay, let's talk about gold. So we finally got that dip that I've been looking for. I don't know if it's dippy enough. If you look at the length of this pole here, it's still not bearish to me, right? It still looks like a giant bull flag. I mean, you could have said it was a pennant for a while here, and this is gold weekly, by the way. So it was a pennant for a while, and then it kind of became a flag. It's still in a flag formation, right? If you squint your eyeballs, that's what I see. I see a flag. Now, is it like perfect? No, but it's making the thing. It's doing the thing, right? However, that said, I would wait to buy it if I weren't already in it, and I'm not. But the 50 MA is right now at 1757 for the week. So if it got down there, I'd buy a scale. Maybe. Yeah, we'll have to see. You know, if it got down there at the same time it got to this RSI support, I'd be like, yep, buying a scale, 1750 or so. I would really like it to get to 1700 or so. 1702 would be my line I would look for, because that would scare some people. That would really have some people running around like chickens with their heads. Or the alternative is to buy it on a breakout above 1898 or 1900 or so. So I would feel comfortable above 1900 or 1752 or 1700 this week if it gets there. Who knows? But I'm going to consider it, because I haven't had it for a while, like a long time. And let's look at silver. Same thing here. This is even less scary than gold, in my opinion. I'm sure it's very scary if you're holding it like a big position. Sorry, I'll move this over. But it's still like, it's not even below its last low here. Like, this is very tame price action, very tame. And even though it is below the 20 now, it's below the 9. Technically, that is bearish. This is again Silver Weekly. I would really like to bargain shop silver at 20.56 or so, and even better, 19.63. I'm gonna hoard it a little bit at that level, because that will be a back test. It'll be nothing more than a back test of the original breakout. Okay, and at the same time, It'll be really scary for people holding it. And it looks like, and I don't know for sure, it looks like if it were to hit there, it would also line up with RSI support. Bada bing, bada boom. That'd be a good buy. Oh yeah. Yep. Very bullish. Very bullish. So, you know, another way to do it, if you're not a trader and you're just sort of, you know, you're concerned, is to dollar cost average in, right? If your total position, I don't know, if your total position is $10,000 that you want to put into silver, then you could put in $1,000 every month or something, right? I mean, especially now, well, it's you know, it's been lower before, but it's not, I mean, this looks pretty good to me. It's in the low 20s. If you, well, look at over time here, actually. It does look very good to me recently, but if we back tested here, that would look even better to me, right? That would look a lot better to me, and that would be the back test of the breakout. So it just, I mean, I don't know. I would dollar cost average in if I weren't a trader, if I weren't trying to time this thing. And it's okay to do that. If you believe firmly that metals are going up, it's okay to do that. You don't have to, you know, it's okay to be an investor and not a trader. And if you're an investor, then dollar cost averaging is a good idea for something that you believe is going up. All right, and it's a good deal compared to where it was. It was at 30, and I mean, I believe it can go all the way. Let me show you where I believe it's going to go, or where I believe it can go. I'm going to use one of those nifty tools again. Again, available on, wrong tool. Again, available on TradingView. TradingView is a lot better than Investing.com because Investing.com deleted all my charts once, and I will never forgive it. So. Look at that. So it went up 157% from the low of this flagpole. Huh, that's a lot, right? So if this is a flag, and if it comes back down here, then it can get all the way to 37 or so, but actually it would be it would be the breakout of this flag. So if you bought down here, and if it were in a flag, because I thought it was higher, I was like, that doesn't seem high. Ugh. Let's see, it depends on where it breaks out from. Yeah, but about $45 or so. I think 50. Why not be 50? 50 seems even. I like 60. I like 60 personally. But anyway, I am a silver bull. I'm just waiting to buy my second two scales. And I want to buy them down here just so that I have minimal risk. And if it goes much lower than this, it'll be ew. I mean, if it does kind of a thing where this, fine, and I'll set some margin here depending on what I see in price action. I don't think it'll be good though below here. I don't. So, yeah. If I were buying here, I wouldn't want to hold it much on a close below here. I wouldn't. But if I bought it here, then I'd have a little bit more flexibility. And here, if I bought it, and I don't know, dollar cost average or wait for a breakout. Nothing wrong with that. You'll still be buying it lower than 30 if you wait for a breakout. Okay. Anyway. Let's look at oil. So I was very bullish oil the past couple of weeks, and even more so as of this week. So we have a breakout. We have it back tested this line almost. I think it was 10 cents off. Back tested the line and just went whoop, way up, way all week, and that really helped me against my NQ problems. Yeah. Or you know, I did all right, but yeah, this was very good for me. Extremely good for me. So anyway, I think this can go. I mean, of course, it can have some consolidation at any time. It can always back test again. As long as it doesn't close back below this line, we're all good from a bull perspective. But I mean, really, up until here, if you see this horizontal line that I didn't draw, but that I'm just holding my mouse on right here, this is really where a lot of action is. So I think. And there isn't, I mean, this is space, right? For the most part, it's space right here. I mean, it can come down and get into this minutia again, but like, I think we've got space all the way to 55 or so. that's where I'm bullish too. I mean, it can consolidate before then, but I think it can definitely get to 55 or so. All right, I drew in something on Natty. I know this is my ugliest chart. I don't care. Again, if you kind of squint and defocus your eyes, and we did roll over a contract this past week, but if you squint and look, just this is a flag, right? It came all the way from here. It came all the way from 180 or so, all the way to over $3, $3.39 or so, and then and then this last Friday stunk for the long. But anyway, at this point, if I weren't already in it, I would wait for it to get back above 2.905. I now made this line, which is the diagonal line, the key line. So if back above there, good. Otherwise, I'm going to look to add at 2.81 or actually watch price action if it gets to 2.81, because that wouldn't be very far down. And I'm just thinking about the weekly and the wick on the weekly. I don't know where it'll open, but I'll watch it here, and then I will dislike it immensely below 2.527. For now, just with Natty, take profit when you have it and set stops. Yeah. And let's talk about coffee. So coffee had another great week. I love coffee. It's one of my favorite things. It's really helped me out. Because of it is twitchy. If you look at these, it's twitchy, right? It's not smooth and wonderful, but it's doing the thing where if it gets above 36.66, which is this dotted resistance, I think it will get to, this is Joe, not the coffee futures. I can do that separately, or I will. I don't know if I'll do it or not, because I don't know if enough people are trading it, but I mean, it can definitely get to, depending on when it gets there, 40 or so. I would like that. That would be the neckline. And then if it got above there, it would be moonbeams, like real moonbeams. I mean, I would draw in more lines there, but I mean, it's got a long ways to go up if it gets above 40. But for now, it has to get above 36.66 for me to buy my third scale. Okay, let me make myself big here. All right. Well, thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a great holiday week. Happy Thanksgiving late to you. And I will see you on the interwebs. Okay, bye.